As per usual, here in Northern Europe, the sun is on its way down, and it's not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon yet. And on the table in front of me, I have a device in a box that I'm going to be having a look at today. So this device is the WildGuarder WG9000 night vision binocular. Now, full disclosure, I accepted this product for free on the basis that I make a video review on it. I do not get paid for however many of these products get sold or if you buy them. I've accepted it because I like it and on the terms that I make a video on it and use the product and share my thoughts on it, which is what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to open this thing up, we'll take a look at it. So I'm pretty familiar with how it works and, you know, the quality of it and everything else, but I put it all back together, kind of how you would receive it. The night vision device is just here, and I actually really like the quality of it. It's not particularly heavy, but it is designed to be used on a head mount as well, and also on a helmet if you wish to do so. Now, one thing I need to point out, this is not military grade night vision. Now, I have used a PVS 7 and 14, and I used to have a Gen 2 night vision scope on top of a Winchester pump action shotgun. So I have some experience with night vision, and those are obviously pretty good night vision devices, the ones I'm talking about there. And I got to say, for a budget device, this is actually pretty good, and also it can record footage. So as somebody who likes to look at wildlife, also somebody who likes to kind of explore various dogging sites, it's really useful for me to get in there, to get the night vision on, and to be able to see things without being detected. So to record footage is a big selling point for me, and also to look through both eyes as well rather than a monocular is useful too. So the device up front, the quality's nice, it's rubber, it's pretty tough plastic. You have the ability to adjust for independent eye focus, so if one eye is stronger than the other. You have the focal lens here. This is the infrared light, and that's the thing about a lot of hobby grade night vision equipment. You're using infrared light to extend the range. So we'll put that just back in there. Obviously head mount, really useful, and I like the way they've used magnets, so the fixing points get stuck there. You know, that's good. You know, that's a nice little bit of thinking there. This is all plastic as well, but it looks to be pretty good quality, and they are giving you some extra stuff too. So we've got another type of mount here, not really sure what that is. There goes my hat. Looks like that clicks and mounts onto something, which I don't really know what that is, but maybe some of you would know. That looks like a lanyard, which is nice. I mean, some people don't want the head mounted option. They want to be sort of using that, you know, maybe putting that around their neck and tightening it up real tight. Just depends where you are, right? Charging cable. And that is another thing about the device, it's rechargeable. I believe a lot of their previous products took AA batteries. Now, we do have a helmet mount provided there too, and I'm not really familiar with the sort of current helmet mounts that, like the attachment points. I assume that this is designed to fit onto the current helmet attachment that you have these days. So perhaps if you're someone who plays airsoft, something like this will probably be perfect for you, but we can talk about that in a little while. And obviously we've got a little SD card reader, because as I said, you can record footage. Really useful, and an instruction manual, which you won't read like me. You'll just work it out on your own, right? So all in all, you're getting a fairly decent amount of equipment for your money. I haven't laid this out beautifully because it isn't that kind of channel. It's taken me a while to get out here actually, in terms of like tire pressure and everything in this snow. So let's talk about the device. So unlike some of the other night vision devices I've used, I seem to not be able to say that word. You can use this one in the daytime and use it like a binocular. It has up to 8 times zoom. Obviously it's digital zoom, not like a analog zoom. So you are going to lose quality as you zoom in. I generally find 5 times digital zoom to be kind of the most usable. When you get up to 8 times, obviously it gets quite pixelated, but you know, it is inexpensive device with you know, 8 times digital zoom, so you got to expect that really. Now, as well as video, you can take photos too. I took this photo. He was probably getting ready to charge in to the camp and just sort of do a windmill tactic like I've seen him do in the past, and probably just, yeah. So you could really argue that this device actually saved my life at that point in time. So, you know, sometimes you get lucky, right? But there are some filters you can overlay on the night vision device as well, like the classic green or the thermal sort of predator vision. To be honest with you, I'm quite happy with like the black and white typical digital night vision that you see. Now I believe the range of the device is about 250 meters. That really depends on the infrared lighting that's backing it up, so you could make it shine even further than that, or detect things further away than that if you just used additional infrared lamps. Well, it's night time and I'm out, so I haven't turned night vision mode on yet, so you can kind of see I can't really see a lot. And if I turn that on option 1, we start to get an idea of a little bit of range there. It's pretty good. I mean, normally if there'd be animals or something, you would see their eyes light up, and this is the lowest setting, and this is on 4K, so I can obviously ramp that up to power 2, which gives me a bit more range. I mean, it's a pretty good picture, to be fair, in considering. And I can obviously go all the way up to 7. The only thing to know about 7 is that obviously if trees are nearby, they're going to bleach out the shot, so it really is just to be used for long range. So the nice thing about the device is you're looking through both eyes at a screen, even though this is the infrared and this is obviously the optical device. It's built internally so that both eyes are looking like a binocular. You get what I'm saying? I explained that terribly. And you have a range of resolutions. You have 360p enhanced night vision. That's double the brightness of the other settings that you have on here. I don't actually use that myself because I'm using this to capture wildlife and other things, obviously. But you have HD, which is 1080p, full HD, which I think is about 2.7K, and you have 4K, which is what I'm using the device on most of the time, simply because I film in 4K with these videos, and if I capture some wildlife or somebody at it in the bushes, it's going straight on the website in 4K, right? And it records audio, so yeah, no more dubbing, because I get tired of dubbing over that sort of stuff. But you know, in terms of battery life, I charged this up 2 weeks ago and it hasn't even shown that it's lost any charge. So I quite like the head mount operation. You know, it's quite a nice device really, just to be hands-free. I've been around camp, I've had it like this. I've occasionally had a look into the tree line to see if he's coming in hot with a semi. He hasn't been. Now he knows I've got this, tables have turned. So, you know, as I said, you know, it's more than just a night vision device for me. But one thing I will say is you will not be walking around with this on, and it's mainly because the focal point sort of takes your positioning to a little bit further ahead. So when you look through this device, you're looking through quite a small screen. It can be a bit disorientating and it might feel like you're further in front of yourself than you really are. So if you're looking for sort of a device where you're going to be hands-free operating in the dark, this is not it. This is more like a binocular, and even though it is at 1x magnification, it still feels like, I guess, you're 5 steps in front of yourself. So you know, you won't be driving a car with it on, right? You're using it to look at wildlife, take photos and video and things like that. And I didn't mention it before. I mean, you know, I'm a bit haphazard with these reviews. You know, I just kind of get into them. But it does come with an SD card, a 32GB card, and you have a USB charging point. And when you plug that in, a little red light comes on, and when it's charged, the red light goes off. So, and obviously, you know, you can use it in the rain and it will be fine, although I wouldn't be throwing it in puddles on purpose. So something like this for me is perfect really, but it might not be perfect for you. Like if you're a hunter and you're just looking to go out and look at a feeder that you've got set up somewhere, maybe something like this is fine. Or your extremely attractive next door neighbour's just had a new pool built in her garden, and as somebody who's had experience with hobby ponds, you just want to make sure they did a good job on the quality control. This isn't for me, it's for her. So for me, obviously, you can understand why I've accepted a device like this. I can't talk today. It seems to be the D words that are confusing me. Who knows what happened last night? I'm sorry. I just got to shut up, really, haven't I? You know, because obviously, like, it's really dark in northern Europe. You know, I get like 3 to 4 hours of daylight. So just having that gateway option to see into the dark is pretty good for me. But I'm not trying to sell this to you. But I thought I would explain why I accepted the promotion. because it isn't something I do that often on this channel with things like this. But overall, I think it's a really cool little thing. I don't think it's massively expensive for what you're getting, and I think that it will appeal to a lot of different people out there. Yeah, so I like it. Thank you, WildGuarder, for offering this to me. I hope you've liked my review. I hope you've understood my sense of humour, because it can be a bit weird. It's very British and satire, and often involving sexual innuendos. I can't help it. It's just the way I was raised. And I was raised well. Thank you.